in the retired four-star General Wesley Clark now, former NATO Supreme Allied Commander. I'd like to ask you about that as well, General Clark. But first on Gaza, what do you make of the tests that this ceasefire has been undergoing in recent days and where things stand?
It's going to be an up and down thing, Connell. It's not going to be smooth. Hamas is back in there, and inside Hamas, you can imagine that there's a big discussion and a big disagreement about whether they will accept the permanent status of being given amnesty and booted out. I don't think they're going to accept it myself. I think it's going to be back and forth for a while and probably a few more strikes before the hardheads accept it. So I think we're going to see this struggle continuing. I would hope the administration will immediately begin to assemble a force that's going to go in there, because you can't have Hamas leave and have no one of authority in Gaza. Somebody has to go in there, and that somebody has to be organized, trained, equipped, given communications, given rules of engagement. It's not an instantaneous process. And really, it would have been better if we'd had that force standing by before the ceasefire ever took place.
Yeah, you heard the president.
But it's sort of the cart before the horse right now.
Interesting. You heard the president using that term. You know, if the Hamas doesn't knock it off, essentially they'll be eradicated. Here's a little bit more of what he had to say earlier, President Trump.
We have a little situation relatively with Hamas, and that will be taken care of very quickly if they don't straighten it out themselves. This is a violent group. You know, you probably noticed over the last 100 years, this is a very violent group of people. And they got very rambunctious, and they did things that they shouldn't be doing. And if they keep doing it, then we're going to go in and straighten it out.
All right. So how do you put a timetable on this, or how do you know when to react versus overreact if you're President Trump and Netanyahu?
I think it's a matter of keeping the diplomatic momentum up. That's what President Trump is doing with this statement. When you say eradicate, of course, that's what Israel tried to do for 2 years and didn't quite succeed in it. So it's a really tough mission, but keep the momentum up, keep talking about it, get that force organized, keep working on Hamas, use our Arab and Gulf allies to use whatever contacts they have to persuade Hamas to give strategic consent. Then you get the bulk of them out. There may be a few diehards that are left in there, but you've got to have strategic consent from the top. They've got to admit they're not going to run Gaza. They're not going to have a role in the subsequent governance of Gaza. And we don't actually have that yet.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.